Oh, this is an important one, though. We kind of talked about it, but it is important. It's another question from
Blackbird91. Has Chris's health improved now that he's not constantly working on the B&B anymore? Yes.
Yes and no. I mean, let's be honest. He has some... Howdy. Well, Russ here.
And Chris, we think we're back. Yeah, the big question is, for how long are we back and where are we back to?
Back to?
Yeah, we're not like back to where we were before.
We never
We're
will
somewhere else. We're totally changed our lives. We no longer live in Bozeman, Montana. And we don't really even have a home right now, as I think if you've watched this before at the end there, you might have known 6 months ago. But we're staying with friends in Vancouver, Washington. And we have been house sitting for them, and we're going to end up going back and visiting family, but we're probably going to house sit again. So we may be in this general area through sometime in June, potentially.
Anyways, this is a bathtub Q&A. You excited?
In a new bathtub. We've never been in this bathtub for a Q&A before.
But it's a perfect
It's
bathtub.
the virgin Q&A bath in this tub.
You ain't no virgin.
I never claimed to be, but it's the tub's virgin Q&A.
Yeah, you are a virgin. You've never been with a woman. On some standards, you're a virgin.
I don't know if that makes you a virgin or
Maybe.
not.
Either
Tell
way.
us, does that make me a virgin if I've never been with a woman?
Just depends.
Ah, you cut yourself off. We're trying, folks. Once we get our equipment figured out.
I wonder why the it's doing this.
Like I said, I don't know. I'm not gonna guess. Well, I know that we early on with this camera had this problem.
No. We were having problems with the memory card. This is not a memory card issue. This is the camera shutting off.
Going from a
Just move
different.
on.
Okay, let's go. If it does it again, we stop. It's obviously not going to happen today. We're going to have to figure out what's wrong with the camera, which means you figuring out what's wrong with the camera. Because you know I won't figure out what's wrong with the camera. I wouldn't know what to do with the camera if someone shoved it up my...
I don't know.
Well, you can plug it into that top. Well, if you unplug it, is that going to reset it?
I reset it. That's what I'm gonna
Okay. Because I'm wondering, is there a chance that the bottom plug doesn't work and the top one does? No. You said no. If this turns out, great. And if not, you know...
Five-O's here. He doesn't like to get in the tub by himself, but here he is wanting to be in the tub with us. Ha ha, Five-O's in the tub with Papa and Daddy.
I'm so glad that Dylan finally talked me into getting a dog.
I love you, buddy. He likes licking all the water off me.
Yeah.
I let him do it too because I love him.
Now, do you have any soap in your hair? Is he gonna like end up like sliding out things from the other end from soap?
You ready?
Well greased rear end.
He doesn't even mind this.
He just likes being with us.
How are you happy with this?
He's been with us since day one, since we picked him up, and I don't think he's ever been away from us more than 8 hours consecutively, has he?
Silly.
We've been with him
You
his
want
whole
to see
life,
Papa?
except for the first
Here.
8 weeks.
He definitely helps with the mood. Our camera just shut off and we lost some footage.
But Five wasn't in the first part of the video anyway, so if it lost it, it wasn't important, right?
You've never been in the tub with us before.
We still have to show all the tricks he can do.
Yeah.
We did the Patreon.
Also, many tricks.
And he's so mad at he's like a dreadlock dog now.
Yeah.
I gotta
He's
read
culturally appropriating dreadlocks.
because he's a white dog. What kind of like a blonde dog?
He's blonde Cajun.
Good boy. Good boy. Says, do you guys remember the reaction video you made on the Super Straight movement and Blair White? Yeah, I remember. Do you remember?
I remember.
Chris mentioned Buck Angel in that video, and I looked him up after seeing him, and his story was a huge factor in me accepting I'm trans.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Now I am on testosterone and happier than ever. Glad you are back on YouTube. Happy New Year. Love you long time. And that's Joshua Victor.
Thank you, Joshua Victor.
Well, congratulations.
And so my question is, Joshua Victor the newer name, or is Joshua Victor
That's
the older name?
well.
But it's your name. So when you
He's taking testosterone, so it probably mean that Joshua Victor is his new name.
trans man.
Yeah, because Josh
Okay.
is typically a male name.
Okay. But that
Yeah.
would make sense. Yeah, I didn't think through that. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm slow.
I mean, that's a.
I'm
that's a tough
overheated
thing.
in the hot water here. I blame it on that.
I like Blair White, and I also like Buck Angel. I feel like for the trans community, they tend to be very reasonable, level-headed people.
You're supposed to be with us.
He wants to lick the water. Five, lay down, bud.
He's drinking our bath water.
5. Well, you want us to sell our bathwater? Should we sell our bathwater? On an honest note, though, man, that's got to be tough to be trans.
We feel for you because life is difficult enough being gay, and I think trans would just add another layer of difficulty, things to have to do, to have to go through, or to possibly have to go through. So I respect you a lot. Anyway.
I know what the main question's going to be.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be...
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, what's it like not being at the bed and breakfast? I don't know when it shut off.
No, I don't believe you.
Listen to me. It wasn't recording. Listen to me.
We've already looked at some of these because, like we said, we tried to film it like 5 times. Happy New Year's, guys. Nice to have you back. How are you guys? How's life after leaving the B&B? Any goals for 2022?
You answer that first. And then I
Okay,
will.
so life is great after the B&B because we have a lot more freedom, tons of freedom, which I've not had in years, so that feels good. Feels good for you, I believe. And the goals are ultimately to try to find a place to live and find a house that we can afford.
So what are your goals? You said at the house. Get a house together.
Mm-hmm.
Work with plants for you. I know that one for you.
Mm-hmm. Plants and birds.
And
Just
birds.
do stuff that makes me happy.
I think my life goal is me and you stay together. Me and you find happiness and humor. Because it's fun to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're pretty good at that. And we actually align a lot with even like political, making fun of politics and making fun of just
And we've been
things.
making fun of everybody.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that I really like about you is you have a good mind and you actually have a lot of empathy for different sides, which is important. You can like people who think differently. It's like, wow, that is a great quality in a partner. And then you're beautiful too.
Well, that's it. We're both of the mindset that if you end up getting on the side of something in some sort of, I mean, you can take a side in a debate, but if you split society in half and then have 2 factions that never can agree, then you lose communication possibility. And you're never going to get anything done if you can't communicate.
You lose communication with some great people on the other side.
Mm-hmm. We're all right about some things and we're all definitely wrong about others. Hector Israel. Hi guys, how are you doing?
We're good.
What have you guys been doing lately? What do you miss most from being or doing at the old house? If you guys already decided where to live, any New Year's resolutions? That's kind of all wrapped into what we just
But where
did.
are we going to live? We don't even know.
We don't know.
But we're thinking maybe Savannah, Georgia still. We're thinking maybe places in Florida like St. Pete or who knows. We've been living in Portland the last 2 months.
And really Vancouver, Washington. There is a Vancouver, Washington. It's not Vancouver, BC. I didn't know this until moving out here.
Yeah, we literally look over the river and see downtown Portland. It's the same thing. It's a suburb, kind of. I don't think it's going to matter too much where we end up. It's fun that we get to pick, but we'll find the good anywhere.
Yeah. And I think, like, as far as something to do when I'm there, is I would probably want to get a job at a plant nursery, some sort of garden center, what have you, because plants just make me tick. That and birds, that or at some sort of wild bird store. Those kind of things. Things that I enjoy.
You do not want to work inside of a bird store. You need to work outside.
It'd have to be an outdoor bird store.
Because that's what takes you is when you're outside.
From Robert Karsten, Happy New Year's. Looking forward to some funny tales, adventures since leaving Bozeman. Your return is greatly anticipated. I've been neglecting my push-ups without Chris Dillon inspiration. Well, Robert, get back to your push-ups.
You're not doing them either.
No.
I'm still going to the gym all the time.
I bought a Bosu ball and I've used it 2 times.
I told you, why are you going to buy that if you're not going to use it?
But I'm going to use it. It's in the corner so we don't trip over it. So I forget about it.
Mm-hmm. But you have been working in the yard, which is physical activity, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Wayne M. Hey guys, question for Dylan. Since leaving Bozeman, have you still been able to make regular gym visits for mind-body health? Yes.
2 times a day.
1 time a day, but a couple times, 2 times.
Several times, 2 times.
Several, maybe 3 times total in 2 months.
More than that.
Yeah, right.
He lives at the gym.
I do.
They were just going to set him a bed up there.
The gyms here in this area, it's one of my favorite parts about this area. I go to LA Fitness, and there's got to be 8 of them in the area, and you can go to whatever one you want. But I'm still doing all those videos on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Still doing all the handstand stuff. Always making gains. And it does help my mental health.
Marina Jean, Would love to know how y'all have been and what you've been up to lately. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This was
Love
a
you
while
long
ago.
time. So as you can see, we've not been super active in this. Well, we have been house sitting here in Vancouver, Washington, and going to different spots and birding. I've been working in the yard lately that the weather's gotten a little bit better. We've taken some trips with our friends. Had a car accident. The car is in the shop right now because I totally destroyed the whole passenger side.
Everybody
of the
was
car.
okay.
4 people in the car and our dog. None of us got hurt. The other gentleman that I pulled out into, he's not hurt either. His truck door was really messed up.
But we've been traveling around and getting to see this area, and it's one of my favorite parts of the Portland area. It's just there's a lot of nature close.
Yeah. Akasha Golden Wolf. What are you looking forward to? What are you grateful for? Any changes coming in the near future for you? How can we support you? Well, I think we answered most of that. How can you support us? There's always Patreon. So we're trying to kick that up more like we are trying to kick up YouTube again.
I think that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to, is actually having a studio and trying to get some of the friends that I've actually made in the YouTube world that are actually YouTubers to come and actually do videos with us in person.
That would be fun. Emily L., what are you guys looking forward to doing this year? Are you going to continue doing videos, YouTube? Just answer all that, Emily.
I just want to remind you all, we had a huge life change.
Yeah.
Like, we've been like just figuring things out, and it's tough when you move. It feels like amazing because you feel free. I feel like we got set free out of a cage, but I also feel like we are indecisive and we don't have the best sense of direction right now, but we're trying.
Sense of direction. I'm sorry, I'm going to skip through some of these if I see that they're basically asking the same question. And hopefully you've gotten your answers there. But Andreas says hi from Ireland. Life update, plans, okay, send a kick. What were your childhood dreams? Where did you see yourself as a kid? And would that person be happy with where you ended up? Love you long time, been missing you. Your hope all is well. So that's from Dave Cook.
What did you want to
Good question.
Be? What did you want
let
to
me
be
say it
as a
again.
kid?
What are your childhood dreams? I wanted to be a biologist, and I did end up getting a master's in biology, although I haven't used it in years and years and years, running a bed and breakfast. And I used to literally dream and daydream of marrying a man. So my dreams have come true.
Maybe one of those will come true. No, it has been nice. I mean, we've gotten through a lot of stuff. It's not easy to be in a relationship, but somehow we managed to stay together through all this crazy shit that happens.
Yeah. Did you dream of marrying a man when you were a kid? Because I literally, I would daydream.
I totally fantasized about marrying a guy, and I have with you now. But I also had the dream of being an actor.
There's still time for that.
Possibly. And then I wanted to be a paleontologist for a while, and now I want to be like a badass in the gym. So I got some of the stuff going on, you know? And I always have a dream to have a dog, and now we got a little dog. I've been wanting a dog for so long, and we finally got one.
You wanted a dog the whole time we were together.
That little dog right there in the corner, he has seriously made our life so much better.
Yeah.
Except for he gets grouchy at night sometimes. It's weird. He'll start growling and stuff, but most of the time he's an angel. He just sometimes gets stubborn. Oh, this is an important one, though. We kind of talked about it, but it is important. It's another question from
Blackbird91. Has Chris's health improved now that he's not constantly working on the B&B anymore? Yes.
Yes and no. I mean, let's be honest. He has some hard things that happen sometimes.
But not as often.
Not as often.
Not as often. My heart is recovering.
And there is a big difference. When your heart's doing stuff, now you can take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
You can lay down. Before, he had so much pressure to keep on working that he had to continue to work through heart issues.
So,
which can't be healthy.
I'm doing a lot better. My mental state
His mental state's
greatly improved. I'm actually in love with life now.
And you're sleeping more.
I actually get to sleep. I don't just get to sleep 3 to 4 hours a night. I get to sleep 8 hours. Sometimes I even sleep 9 hours.
It is nice to see this guy being able to actually do stuff he wants and not just working himself to death, because I felt like you were. I feel like you have a chance of being alive and not literally working your heart to death, because that's what was happening at the bed and breakfast. The bed and breakfast, do we miss it though? We kind of do. As far as the people, but as far as the work and how much work went into just like doing the breakfast, the laundry, the dealing with the guests and the yard and everything they just compiled all at once. No, we don't miss that. Not at all. We don't even miss the cold weather that came along with Bozeman, Montana.
No, in fact,
It's too cold.
we're about to do a cross-country trip for my mom's 80th birthday.
To Alabama.
And we were going to be going through Bozeman, but it's going to be 17 below and like what, minus 3 is the high one of the days. We're just skipping that.
That's all we're going to do.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to cut his hair. Probably not on camera.
And he cut his own hair. Looks pretty good, huh? Looks so much better this time than when the last person cut his hair.
He was a gay guy. He was really good looking.
And he should have known how to cut hair. He was gay.
That's a stereotype, dude.
What? It's a good stereotype.
I think you would have enjoyed a bad haircut from him. I'm serious.
I don't care how bad you cut his hair. I just want to stand and look at you.
He was a good looking guy. And more good looking for you. Oh, that's something we've had to learn. We both see other good-looking people. I think I think there's a difference between lust and true love. I really do. I think it's good to have your true love and have like lust for them too. But I think you're always going to see other people that are good-looking.
There's, what, 7 billion people on the planet? You're going to see some good-looking guys amongst all of those.
But what matters is having a partner that you love, can communicate well with, forgive each other, both admit when you guys are wrong. That is so big. I'm finding out that some couples, one person cannot admit when they're wrong, and that is horrible.
Yeah.
Like the other day.
Good way to get a divorce.
Oh, the other day, it really bothered me when you said that I was treating you poorly during the move. You said it was the worst I ever treated you during our move. And that hurt me. Remember, like, it made me feel so horrible.
Yeah, he was just like dealing with that for days.
But because I was sorry. And I made you know, like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I did.
I know you did.
Like, that sucks.
You didn't even know it was that bad. I mean, you knew it was bad, but you didn't know from that angle, I guess.
What's crazy is it was such a whirlwind. A lot of it was a blur to me because we had so much stress. We had to get out of the whole house in like 13 days, and we had so much stuff. And I was moving and like literally using my back and moving all those heavy antiques, and I was just like drained.
Yeah, we were both drained.
But we got through it, and I think that's what.
And I had a cold during it.
Oh, you had a cold.
A really bad cold. Yeah.
Because of it. Because you were working too hard.
Not sleeping.
Not sleeping.
I'd wake up in a panic like at 4 or 5 in the morning, just like, oh, we gotta get this stuff out.
We're going to Alabama for Chris's mother's birthday. 80th
Going to
birthday.
Alabama with the banjo on my knee. He's never been to Alabama before.
This is his longest road trip ever. Do you notice we treated each other better this time? Getting out? We weren't perfect, but...
Yeah, we weren't perfect.
Compared to the last times of leaving. Last times we left, it was like very intense.
Yep. We did better.
We stopped it before it escalated too bad. We're two different people.
Really?
The way we handle like getting out of a house or getting out of a place. Two different personality types. Shake. Shake. Good shake. Good boy. He knows, I don't know, 30 commands. But with this intelligence comes a stubbornness.
I know he's smart.
How many commands do you think he knows now?
I don't know, 25, 30?
That's what I guessed. And he's always kind. He's never mean.
You mean even the little demon dog inside him?
At night.
When he's grumpy and sleepy, he gets so nasty.
So the whole RV thing, you have to admit, with the way gas is going up.
Not a good thing.
It was a concern before gas was going up. We were kind of scared. We're like, gas is maybe going to go up, and we keep on hearing it's going to. And even if it didn't go up, paying for gas in those RVs would be crazy.
I think we dodged a bullet. I can't say that I can't say that, can I? I take that back.
We found out that like some of these RV parks charge a crap load of money. Sometimes I think it's just better, honestly, to get a cheap hotel room.
Yeah. It's less to stay in a cheap hotel room than it is in an RV park sometimes.
The sky looks good, huh?
Pretty sky.
Say goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye. We get on the roads.